Hello, everyone. As an experienced player, since I have been through a lot of runs of development since 2015, and I feel regarding compliance, it's getting more and more standard. If we review the past, we have seen compliance standards being improved significantly. Compliance has its advantages but disadvantages as well. Have you found that the growth was the highest when there was least compliance? And you can see basically one round or one cycle basically every 4 years. And you can see Lil Wang has increased now from $23,000 to $69,000 in this round. However, this is a major trend that everything's get made more compliant. So the key is, if you would like to discuss compliance, we need to understand the essence of those events. You need to understand what they are exactly. Previously, I had a classification. Digital coins need to be divided to different categories. And firstly is statutory digital coins, and that means a stable coin, regardless of the issuance by the national government or company. USDC, digital Hong Kong assets, and the second is STO and also RWA. All of them are securities, and regardless of equity, bonds, ABS derivatives, or others, that they are all bonds, right? So REITs or others, and as we know, also digital credits, and fourthly token, bitcoins and Ethernet, and as well as many of the digital coins we are seeing in Web3, and finally digital dissemination model coins, and do not mix things. You say you crack it down on pyramid selling, but you're trying to get rid of digital assets at the same time. This is bullshit, and we need to separate those different categories. So whose responsibility is it? Governments. Government should tell the difference between the good ones and the bad guys. That's what should government do. And today we're talking about digital assets. Why digital assets is so important? Oh, sorry for my sore throat. I'm still having a fever, and I just came here from Macau, and it is quite painful for me since I got a tonsil inflammation. But I have many friends here, so I need to come here. And then after the second generation Pao Jie, this has become a dominant in the 1970s, and manufacturers dominated the market, and then in the 1970s to 1995 to 2005, Guomei and Suning, they are dominant in the Chinese market, and since they have dominated the channels. And while since 2005 to 15, users being the king, that's why Ali and the JD have been dominant in the market. And now the most important is a coexistent. We are working on anti-monopoly, and so does US. This is an irreversible trend for the development of the world, and why we would be leveraged, and Jackie Ma did not give you any shares, even you bought a lot now on Taobao.
And for this larger internet company, they are like gangsters taking all the traffic. That is the essence, right? That is why today we have a Web3. And the entire society, the king of business, continue to evolve and changing generations. The reason why human civilization evolves is that we are always pursuing equality. For Cao Zhiyong or Sun Maocan, even Sun Maocai, you are a great manager, but the company still belongs to Cao Zhiyong, right? For those participating, if you have money, you can invest money. If you have no money, then you can invest your labor or efforts. Then we should allocate the gains, right? If you have no managers, you can hire a lot of them. And even Alibaba have the partner program. Today, we are using equity to attract talents, to attract capital, and the essence is allocation. We need more people join this allocation scheme. I'm wondering whether the company institution is the best way of allocating, but we have a better way, that is the co-creation, and Bitcoin is taking the co-creation mechanism. And for people who purchased Bitcoin, they are part of the co-creation system, and they become shareholders themselves. And we shouldn't call them Bitcoin, we should call them Bit stock, right? Back then, Hu Jihan is translating Bitcoin in the wrong way. It's misleading. It's not a coin, but it's a kind of a stock. So in essence, now co-creation is replacing companies. Web 1 and Web 2 are both holding system, but for Web 3, it's taking a new mechanism of co-creation. This is irreversible trend. This is the co-created internet called Web 3, and we are all marching from Web 1, Web 2 to Web 3 after 2015. After I get into this community, I feel I have been very lucky. And in Zhongguancun Innovation Street Garage Cafe, I took a dive into the community of blockchain. I still believe that it's the right way to pursue. We have a right direction. As long as we have the right direction, we can reach our final destiny. And I have a total trust and belief in Web3. The only thing missing in the picture is regulation. I want to ask you one question. 100 years ago, or even 200 years ago, back then we already had the stock market. They were also facing challenges and problems. As long as we have regulation and monitoring, we can help solve these problems. That is why we have this cybersecurity and compliance forum today. We are really happy today. We are in the right era. And as long as it's regulated, it's becoming harder to make money. And that is what I'm trying to convey. Web3 is a co-creation internet. And what is the token? And what is the essence of token? The essence of token is equity plus utility token. So equity means the ownership, the right of return, the right of operation, the right of disposal. For example, for POS and Ethereum, you own Ethereum and it's a return as well as how you should operate it. You can vote and you can dispose the Ethereum. For example, if you have enough ETS, you can dispose them, right? At the same time, it's a scenario-driven currency. So let's think about it. At Ethereum, if you are launching an FP, you need to spend Ethereum, right? So that's the same way we do with currency. So it's a scenario-driven currency, but it's not equal to currency 100%. So it's both equity but also a utility tool. So without the creation of Ethereum, then we won't be having these payment tools. You cannot say that Ethereum is replacing USD. You cannot say that Ethereum is replacing RMB. It's a company. It's a Web3 company, right? For Alibaba, is it replacing RMB? No, it's a company. How could you say that a company is replacing the legal currency of RMB? So the essence of a token is equity plus utility token. So today we talk about regulation. We really need to dive deeper into the understanding of regulation. We should think about regulation comprehensively. First of all, we need legislation from the perspective of government. In China and in all countries in the world, we need legislation for this innovative and creative technology. The National People's Congress have the right of legislation. And then for the Bureau of Industry and Commerce, they are also setting regulations. We know that the Web 1 and the Web 2 companies can create value for the society, but for Web 3 companies, we can also create value. So we can register Web 3 company with the state administration for industry and commerce. So the SAIC should allow Web3 companies to register as company. For example, Wikipedia is a co-created platform, only without currency. So, third, the Ministry of Finance and the accounting department need to set up their accounting standards and accounting principles for Web3. For Han Hong's foundation, they are disclosing their financial statement. For the same should be applied to Web3 companies, and the Web3 companies should also disclose their financial statements. And the fourth, for the state administration of taxation should also apply regulation on Web3. For example, when trading the token, we should be taxing on your profit, right? The state administration of taxation should also create a standard for Web3. And then for the auditing office, they should have auditing standards for Web3 as well. And the same goes for the China Security Regulation Commission. You can also have a token regulatory commission, right? So we talk about hosting, auditing, security, and all of those can work with the third-party monitoring. So from the perspective of construction and compliance monitoring, this is how I view this issue. For companies that are more aligned with regulation and monitoring, then they will have more Web3 companies. For a place with better regulation, they can attract high-quality Web3 companies. And of course, for these companies, their coin prices may not be stable like immediately or very high immediately. However, from a long-term perspective, as long as they aim for the long run, they will be better and better over time. From 2015 to now, it's been 8 years. I am a person with long-term perspective. I am positive and optimistic about Web3 and digital assets. So this is what I'm trying to say. And that is why for stable coin, that's the right for payment, and the utility token, that's for the right of usage, and the NFT incorporate data, products, and service value. And for Wu Liaoyuan, is consists of Hollywood celebrities and NBA stars and lots of renowned companies. They are co-creating Wu Liaoyuan, right? And we also have the POS and the security token. At last, for the Macau Web 3.0 Association, um, I like to have some commercial break here. So the Macau Web3 Association joined hands with industry experts and professionals. They are renowned international professionals. We have just registered and we are going to launch our opening ceremony. We welcome the media friends and the old and the new friends to join our launching ceremony. That's what I have to share today. Thank you very much.